One of the quotes that I saw from someone that they interviewed said, "This is going to be the wildest party for our community in 2 years. I'm talking dirty dancing, sex, drugs, raves, orgies, and sweet, sweet freedom." Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. It's just me today, Some of Koaty and Some. So I normally got my boyfriend here, but he will not be joining us in this video. He will be in the next one though, I promise. Today it's just me, and I wanted to talk to you guys about something that you probably have seen some of your friends on this last week, which is the Atlantis Gay Cruise. Their 30th anniversary cruise happened this week. They have been getting a lot of flack. Whether you're on the side of that it shouldn't have happened or you think that it's fine that it did happen, not really here to dive into too much of that. More so wanted to just talk about my experience because I have been on one. I did not go on this one that just happened. I've been on two. The first one that I went on was the one that happened after World Pride back in 2017. They had a cruise ship that left out of Barcelona because World Pride was in Madrid, which was so much fun. Me and my best friend wanted to do something after. We found the cruise, we left out of Barcelona, and then it was a 10-day cruise. And so it stopped in Ibiza, Malta, Mallorca, an island off of Greece, and then it ended in Venice. It was a couple other ones, I can't remember. So I went on that one, and I've also gone on this January one that they do every year, but the one that I went on was in 2018. I get a lot of people that ask me that haven't been on a cruise, you know, is it all partying? That's all I see. Oh my gosh, I could never do that. It looks so exhausting. That's just not for me. It's not for me. It's not for me. What I say to them is that there is something for everybody. If you are considering going on or not going on one of these cruises, yes, there is going to be a lot of partying, but that's not the only thing that there is to do. So when I went on my first one that left out of Barcelona, it was 10 days. And of course, I do not want to party for 10 days straight, especially after just coming from World Pride. And my best friend that I went on with, he felt the same way. So yeah, there was maybe about 4 themed parties that we planned to go to. I think one was a warrior themed, one was an under the sea theme, one was a white party themed, and one was fruit. I think I was a banana. I don't know. Of course, we wanted to go to some of these parties, but then there were other nights where there wasn't a theme, so we were like, all right, we're gonna use those nights to rest. So there were definitely days where we would eat dinner, go to a couple shows, and then just go to bed. Some of the other things that are on the ship is there are comedy shows, there are drag shows, there are acrobatic performances, there are singers, sometimes they have plays, there's a piano bar, there's a lounge, like there's so many other things happening at the same time. So I remember we ported in Malta, and we would port, get off for a few hours, hang out, do an excursion, explore the city. Then we'd get back on the ship maybe around 2 or 3. I remember we would lay out, get some sun. We'd be meeting new people constantly. So most of the time, some of the people that we've met go to a dinner with each other, hang out. Then we would go to there would probably be like a comedy show around 8. Then around 10, there would maybe be a drag show. Then around 11:30, there was an acrobatic show in the main theater. By 12:31, when all this is done, I'd be like, all right, I'm going to bed. Yeah, there'd be a party going on upstairs. A DJ would be playing. I couldn't hear it from my room, and I just made the choice to go to bed. One of the really cool things that Atlantis Cruise also does is they always have a celebrity guest performer, and they don't tell anyone who it is. Of course, rumors go around, but the first one that I went on in Europe was Jennifer Holliday. So if you don't know who that is, she originated the role of Effie in Dreamgirls. One other person I remember seeing perform was Shoshana Bean, which she's amazing. She has been on Broadway. She was Elphaba in Wicked. Her voice, oh my God. And we got to meet her after the show. That was so cool. They always have an acrobatic show at the end of the week, and it's insane. I should actually post some of my videos from the cruise of the shows that we saw, because they're absolutely they go all out for us. A lot of my friends that haven't been on a cruise talk about like, well, like all I see is party that they're doing during the day that everyone seems to be at. Then there's a party at nighttime that everyone seems to be at. And then at 6 in the morning when the sun's coming up, there's still the same people are out partying. You just see them dancing around. And I love the circuit dance that people do. It's just like this. that isn't the only thing that's happening. You know, that's what they have chosen to do. And like, hey, I had nights where I did that as well, and it's a lot of fun. It's not the only thing that there is to do on the ship. Atlantis has been getting a lot of flack for this cruise line happening. The New York Times released an article, more so leaning towards the argument that it shouldn't have happened. One of the quotes that I saw from someone that they interviewed said, "This is going to be the wildest party for our community in 2 years. I'm talking dirty dancing, sex, drugs, raves, orgies, and sweet, sweet freedom." That does happen, and it's not that hard to find it if you want that. But again, that's not the only thing that's happening. And the thing that bums me out about that quote is it again feeds towards a stereotype that's all there is to do on the cruise, and that there's nothing for anyone else if you don't want to do that. And so that's where I would disagree based off my experience. I know when I was on the cruise, yeah, I met people that I hit it off with, hooked up with, whatever, but I didn't go to any orgies. And I'm not saying I wouldn't, I just didn't at that time, and that was fine. It was not like the orgies were being thrown in my face, like, oh my God, I have to go do this. I guess that's my point. For those who want to go do an orgy, I'm all for sexual fluidity. I definitely had my fun on the cruise, but I did it my way. And that's the fun thing about these cruises is you get to do it your way. And because there were also some evenings where I remember going to the piano bar lounge and just kind of relaxing with my friend or maybe some people that I had met. And then you end up meeting like these older gay couples that, you know, maybe are in their 60s, late 60s. And I talk to them and I'd be like, how long have you guys been together? Oh, we've been together 30, 40 years. How many cruises have you guys been on? Oh, we've been on, this is our 25th cruise together. I just thought that was so cool that they're there not to party. They're there just to be and enjoy and go to the shows and eat food and just be on a vacation. And also they said it doesn't hurt to see young, cute boys running around everywhere. It was just, I enjoyed a lot of those conversations too. And for me personally, of the cruises that I've been on, since I've only done two, one was the European, they're both Atlantis, but one left out of Barcelona and was a European cruise basically. And one was the January one that leaves out of Florida. And I really preferred the European one more. And when Koaty and I do eventually go on one, I do want to go on the European one preferably. One, I actually liked that it was 10 days. I liked that it's a little bit longer. Two, I feel like people had a different mindset. Like there was a little bit mature, affluent crowd of people on there. Three, I loved that every time we ported, I was in somewhere new in Europe, which is so cool because that's, when you're in America, like that's not something you can just do all the time. One of my favorite things to do actually on the ship was they had buffets everywhere, and I love to eat. I don't understand when my friends go to like a party weekend or a gay pride and they're like, all right, I ate Thursday night, that's my last meal for the weekend. No. It's even Koaty and I, we're the same. No, we're going to eat, especially if I'm going to be dancing and doing things, I need to eat. So they had, one of my favorite things was they had a pasta bar and a pizza bar. That pasta bar, I fucked that shit up. I would go there at least once a day, maybe twice a day, and just make different kinds of pasta. And then you just go eat on the outside balconies, and it was just gorgeous. It was just absolutely just like gorgeous to be sitting there at sea. I love cruises, so you know, a gay cruise, being on a cruise where it just feels like it's a utopian summer camp, I'm all for that. Whether you thought that this January cruise should or shouldn't have happened, from what I read is that they did take precautions. I mean, my friend said that they had to get tested before like a rapid test right before getting on the ship, and everyone needed to be vaccinated. For some people, that's enough. For others, they don't view that as enough. Outside of the pandemic, if you ever do get a chance to go on a gay cruise or are considering it, I think it's something that everyone should do at least once. Go see for yourself. And I'm 100% sticking to that there's something for everyone other than the parties. But there is also a lot of that, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you're into. So that's what I'm saying, is that there is something for everyone, and everyone, I think, can get enjoyment from going on it, in my opinion. So if you're ever on one, and I am, definitely come say hi. Let's grab a drink. Let's go to dinner. I will see you guys next time. I'm gonna go make a video with Koaty too. All right, bye.